Stakeholders have requested an additional feature late in the project, and the technical team have identified that it will cause delays to the project delivery. As a project manager, how would you handle this situation? First of all, this is common. It happens all the time. So the first thing you need to do is to remain calm. It is to test your ability to manage scope and your adaptability. One thing you don't want to do is just say no. What you want to do instead is say, let me take a look at that. You will assess the feasibility of including this new functionality. What would it do? They've told you it's going to take more time, but you don't yet know how much time, if there's another way around that. So you speak to the technical team. This new addition, how much extra time would it require? And you would then compute how much extra it would cost you. Then there are a couple of questions you want to clarify. Is this critical for the core functionality? Is this a core functionality? Is this a must-have? Or is it a should-have? Or is it a could-have? Check. If it was never on the list, let's reprioritize and re-identify what category that feature fits within. If it is a must-have, of course, that then means that we're going to have to restructure the plan to ensure that must-have, because it's critical, can be accommodated, right? But if it is not a core functionality, the first thing, you should always be looking for ways to propose a different solution where the core functionality is delivered first, or sometimes what we call the minimum viable product is delivered first, and then we add features as we go along. So you check, if we do not have this core feature from the beginning, what would happen? Is there a workaround? Do we have a mitigation? Can we introduce this feature in a future release? You're asking those questions. Most times there will be a workaround and we can reintroduce it later on, and that is the approach you want to take. Now, sometimes, even though that's the approach you want to take, that's not the only approach you should be presenting. You should be presenting a holistic view of all the options available to the stakeholders. And those options would include actually doing the work at that time. How much longer would it take? How much more would it cost? If there's a revenue impact, what that revenue impact would be, you want to be clear. If there is another option as to, rather than phasing it to another phase, if there's a halfway house, you want to bring that option into the mix, and then you jointly make a decision. This kind of decisions should be brought to the change board or to the project board so that we are all aligned in the decision-making process. So that's how you handle that. Remember, because this is about scenarios, this is not new. It happens a lot. So you need to be empathetic, calm, and adaptable. You may complete this activity and the answer is we must do it. Then adapt to it. Make your team adapt to it, and you get on with it. As long as the stakeholders and the board have agreed the new parameters, the extra cost and the extra time required, adapt and get on with it. Hope that helps. See you in the next video.